turn off my other thing. Well, hello, everyone. It's so good to see everyone today. What an exciting day. First, working on some technical things, and trust us, it's going to be well worth the wait. So as you know, today is a big, big day, September 27th. 2025. Today, we are going to have a global live update. And I'm sure everyone here on the panel, if you'd all like to wave and say hello to everyone out there, get started in just a few. Again, we appreciate your patience with this. Anyway, as you've seen in O News 15, the report was that we are going to hear today an update on the next steps for our transition to the big, bold, beautiful dream. And that's great, great news. That's going to be articulated today, as well as possibly some updates from the results of our last survey. So I don't know about all of you, but I have been excited to see this, to hear this. We're making that next transition forward, like I said, and it's going to be great. So I believe we do have Jean Oliva here today. So Jean, if you would, it's good to see you, Jean, and everyone get excited. We're going to get started.
Absolutely, Susie. Thank you so much for that introduction. And now it's really my great honor to introduce a man who has worked tirelessly along with his extraordinary team to bring us to this moment, to this landmark event, to this turning point on our journey where our lives are going to change. And it is my pleasure to introduce to you our founder, Mr. Ash Mufareh. Welcome, Ash.
Thank you, Jean, and everyone. Thank you, Susie. Thank you for my brothers and sisters here and everybody who is watching live. I just want to make sure that we are live or visible on that rotator. Okay, we're not. So I will hang out with my family here until we get a confirmation that everything is fine. Can you remove that custom, Susie? Julie? Are live or visible on Uncheck custom.
It's live.
Everywhere? All
it's on my channel.
It's on my channel.
Perfect. Okay. I think we're good. Let's start all over again. Okay. We were supposed to talk to you about an hour ago, but somebody decided to do their business in Michigan, so we took a little longer. I'm going to always have to blame it on somebody. All right. The easiest trick that politicians use. I think we're good. Let's start all over again. Okay.
Everyone, please turn off your mic.
On few channels, it is live. On few, it's not.
Probably they need to refresh. Can you hear me fine now?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you confirm? I see from overseas, we're getting confirmation. Everything is visible live. As I was saying, okay, I'm going to back up now, especially if I get my screen sharing. So, we were talking about politicians, I guess. The easiest trick is to lead by fear and blame. That's not what we're going to do here. I take responsibility. We should have had another testing as we did yesterday. Yesterday it went fine. Today it was okay. But we get time to hang out here. Okay, we don't have this opportunity every day. So I'm glad I did this one more time. And can't wait to replace this service, this webinar service. My name is Ash Mufareh, and I'm your friend, coming to you live from this beautiful Sunshine State. I hope you are having a fantastic day, or as Susie liked to say, a magnificent day, marvelous day. I am having a good time in my life. I tell you what, nothing feels better than success. That feeling of success and perseverance. This is how I feel, really energized and pumped. And I want to welcome everyone. As we just said before, we apologize for the little confusion. We to try not to do it again. We don't know if it's going to happen. But this moment in our business is quite crucial. A little bit tense in a way, because we're in new altitude, and this is exactly what happens. So we need to be more equipped and more prepared for that. So I want to appreciate everybody who is attending live, but no problem if you can't make it because of the time confusion. No worry, we'll have it to you for you in the back office. And I got a lot of friends. They're so excited to share and reshare and explain and recap and talk and quantify and expand and go on and on and on until you get it. We don't want to leave anyone behind us. Why? Because we care about you. You just got to care about yourself, because time is really if I get the screen sharing ability, I promise you to show you screen share of the exact results and explain what they mean to you. That's number one. And we're going to transition into talking about the next step that will yield into our next chapter / the new vehicle that you suggested we built. In reality, we've been building it. Just to say that, we didn't start building just when you recommended that sometime in July, I think July 31st or so. That's not when we started to build the second or the new vehicle. We've been on it, but we wanted to align with you and make sure that you also have the same vision and the same mindset. So that's the second topic we're going to talk about. That next step that will take us to the second business, the new chapter. All right? Oh, so beautiful. And we're going to talk about the mechanics. That's why this is worth to be recorded and watched again and dissected and explained in every possible language to every community. So 3 topics: survey, we're going to talk about the next step, and the mechanics, exactly how to do it. Are you ready? We're going to shake up the internet. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do
I
it.
am fired up. So let's talk about this. We're going to obviously celebrate and cherish the magnificent, powerful results and data we were able to collect from 2 surveys. Mind-boggling. So the first survey was simply to check, knock the door. Hello, Anybody home? Check the polls. Quantify. See how many people. The quantity of the people who still have the interest, all of that. And the result was mind-boggling. So we were so excited about that result, the first survey, and we knew that hundreds of thousands are still interested in this journey, super excited, and they're actually willing to stick around no matter what time it takes. Second survey, we said, okay, we got a big number here, but are they all qualified to the next thing? Because we're not repeating the old. We're going up. It's only getting better, right? Okay. We see already, as of now, some of the tools and some of the technologies we're using, it's already making a difference. Way different. So nothing is repeated from the past. Quite different. Totally different. Think of it as a different animal. So because of that, okay, we wanted to do that and execute that second survey and see how many people really, or possibly, or potentially would actually qualify to move on to the next chapter. Because it's more serious, it's packed with value. So you want to stick around so I can explain to you exactly why we did it. You're going to have more clarity, and you're going to have also more conviction, okay? You're going to say, yes, Ash, you're a genius. You nailed it. I'm just like trying to give myself a little bit of credit and, you know, ego, narcissism. I'm only half kidding. I'm not that kidding, okay? But we did quantify, and then we did qualify, all right? So now we're going to express to you the incredible quality of our people. You wouldn't even expect the results or the data. Numbers don't lie on actual data. The many people who are engaged, logging in, what they're telling us, the vast majority of our people are actually interested to move forward. Not only interested, they're excited immediately. So when I say majority, I'm talking about close to 100%. So we said well over 90%, and you saw it was a lot greater, like 97% or so, but we just wanted to be a little bit more conservative. What was it? 97. This time is even higher. The readiness, the seriousness. We knew a lot of people, they were curious in the first survey. Second survey, they were very serious to go and move with us to the next chapter. So the numbers are hundreds of thousands in every imaginable corner of this globe. People from all colors, all walks of life, incredible. I'm humbled to realize how many loyal people and committed to this journey we have. So I'm proud of you. I'm really more fueled than ever, energized than ever. I already had the perseverance personally, the tenacity, the boldness, and the energy to chase the dream organically. Now you come into the picture, hundreds of thousands of you everywhere. You can imagine the accountability and the responsibility that it adds to my shoulders. I used to say, I will do it or die. Remember that? I didn't die. Did I yet? So we Did we do it? All right, we're doing it with you. And it is also refreshing. Just 3 months ago, roughly, approximately 3 months ago, when we started this new style of communication, the O News and the live update, this new theme, roughly 3 months ago, beginning of July, end of June, you can say, what happens? The results, 98% of you say, I have more clarity. I almost don't have any questions. I get it. What 3 months did to us? More clarity and more excitement is a turning point in our journey. Now, it could have been easy. Redfern said that. I appreciate it. He said, the easiest way, throw the towel, say, it's too complicated. Why am I doing this? I've been beaten up. Go and relax or have a good life, as Ash Mufareh. That's not what we did. We're not chasing easy. We're after right. What's more fulfilling? I learned early on that nothing as fulfilling when you take people with you to the top. You can consider top, or I've touched the top many times, or different tops in my life. It's good, that's fulfilling. But it's far more fulfilling when you take like-minded people, deserving people, take them with you, that they have the real desire, the genuine attitude and gratitude to do something different. All my life, I thought do something different in my life. I believe I have a gift, I have something, I have your passion, I have something, a calling, you can call it anything. That I want to do something different. Perhaps that requires a bigger team, more people that who want to make a difference. And they have to be above average people. They have to be unique people. They're really that. That's where you come into the picture. So,
yeah, we certainly are, Ash. So far, you've got three main things to focus on for this webinar, which we're all waiting. Right. The first one is obviously the survey, which you've just touched on already. And the second one is that transition into the next phase, which we're all going to be taking. You're going to good idea of what that new vehicle is going to be and where we're going to be. And the last one is the mechanics that are all involved with it and how it's all going to happen. You've given us also a good lot of how many of us clarity of how we are engaged now with you as far as ONews is concerned. What a brilliant way of giving us the information that we need. 86% plus clarified this, that this is the way that we like. It's also interesting to say as well, that I have said this many times, that the easy option is to say, sorry, I'm beaten up and I can't go on any longer. But as you rightly said, that it is much more fruitful, it's much more meaningful if you take other people with you. And this is exactly what you've done with us so far. So we are looking forward to hearing more from you, Adi.
Very much. It's okay if I can say it. Julie, are you doing the spotlight or the speaker? If you want, can you enable the screen share? I mean, we're a family. I can. Okay. So I still don't have the screen share. Okay. Plus, if you could do the spotlight of you.
Yes.
I think
yes.
we're fine. Okay. Thank you so much. We apologize Sister Julie, I think you deserve a but probably. Okay. We've kind of like we've cluttered you with so many things. I feel bad, but I think we'll make it up to you. Maybe Korean barbecue or something. Okay. Well, well, definitely. So bear with us, okay? You're doing great. We don't want to really stress you out. If it's not working, that's fine. I'll keep going, okay? If you give me the go, I'll share my screen. If not, I'll just do it. And hey, there's always going to be a next time. Did we go anywhere? No. I don't have screen share, but no problem. So sound is good. Everything is fine. Red has told you we touched up on the okay. I'm looking for it. Okay, so we got news that Zoom made some changes. We're using this platform for now. Okay, don't worry about it. I'll tell you from my probably. We'll leave it for time. Without that, I was, like Red said, we're going to talk about the survey. I was going to share the results with you, but okay, pretend that you're on like traditional education. All right, typical education. You know, sit down, be quiet, listen to me, and the test is on, October 7th, okay, or 3rd or whatever. Now, however, I want to tell you what we decided to do. We didn't decide the easy way. We didn't decide the quick way, or to care for ourselves. When that vehicle, the old vehicle, ONPASSIVE, okay, got what it did. Okay, it took us to where we want to go, and it was a good period, a good phase in our journey, right? But it got troubled to a point where it still requires some maintenance and some repairs. You follow me? That vehicle. So we were faced with so many options, okay? So many options, but the obvious and most obvious is to keep on patching and fixing the parts and all of that, or take whatever it takes and then fix it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to remind you, just in case some forgot, toward the end of last year, I said we got 3 scenarios to reopen, scenario A, B, and so forth. And that was about if it works, but that was based on reopening ONPASSIVE. But then when we engaged a more qualified experts and team to join forces with us, when we realized that, it was so clear to us, we need to build a new vehicle. We don't want to just fix it, whether recover, reopen, all of that with some restrictions. And I'm glad we did. Okay, it wasn't the easy choice, but I'm glad we did. So the scenario we chose is none of the 3 clear. None of the 3 that we said. Those were based on reopening ONPASSIVE. Passive is open. We're not closing that. We're not shutting that down. But is it operation? No. Operational? No. Let's be very clear. Are we going to accept do business in it? I don't think so. Okay. I don't have the plan to do that. One reason we're keeping ONPASSIVE open, to communicate with relevant topics to ONPASSIVE. Okay, and we have some issues. Some of them is outstanding commissions from the past. It affects a small percentage, not even 1 or 2% from the millions in our network, but it is ethical, and it's our obligation, it's our moral obligation to keep that open until we settle all of that. So whatever it takes, as long as it takes, and it's obviously it's not done. But instead of just getting everybody stuck on that one thing, we decided to move on with everybody. And while we're still working on repairing and settling those issues, at the end we will. You know how patient we are and how hard we work. So we're not gonna give up. Okay. At the end, we believe the right thing will be done. Okay. So that's why ONPASSIVE. However, when we decided to rebuild a new one, we decided we're not going to take a line of code to the new vehicle. We're not going to have one single employee from the old staff, previous staff, okay? None. Not one location, not one chair, equipment, nothing. Zero. So we're building a new vehicle, not in any way it's ONPASSIVE 2.0. Not in any way we're migrating the genealogy or the structure of any. We're not inheriting anything. Let me ask you a question. Got a broken car, and we're building a magnificent super car. You didn't see it yet, but I'm seeing it. I'm seeing, the stages of the buildup of it in the assembly room, and would I want to take some of that? It was great back then, but today is 2025, toward the end of it, the last part. Should we have something that was turbulent? Or I don't think it makes any sense. So the wise was to build something brand new and take it to the next level. What gave us that? The quality and the agents and the alignment in the vision. Finally, some understand. Finally, thank you, Allah. Thank you, Lord. Thank the new vehicle as we communicated with you. We're not going to talk acid. It's not going to be in our news. We're not closing our news. Okay, been doing it 3 months. We're gonna communicate ONPASSIVE members for as long as it takes to settle pending issues. Are we good? Fantastic. All right.
Okay, so we've heard from Ash now, and he's moving. Can you see how excited he is about what he's talking? So we talked then. He talked about really what happened to the old vehicle was on passive part. It was not working well, patched up, and the decision came when others basically looked at the business alongside Ash. He brought new people in. They advised him to say best way forward is to do something new to take us to our goal and destination. ONews being a fantastic tool to update us not only on where we are now, but also to let us know what exactly is going to happen with ONPASSIVE. That is staying there. That is going to be the form of updates that we're going to get for ONPASSIVE. Why? Because there is still things that are outstanding. We know about them already. A small percentage, 1 to 2% of the people are. It is our CEO's desire that those are all sorted. Plus other outstanding things as well that are appertained to ONPASSIVE. These are ongoing, and we will get updates as they move forward with them. The time on them, we don't know, but we will be updated through that new event. Also, on the advice of the experts that he brought in, one of the main things that came to light was the alignment of and exactly where we are going. If you remember, we felt like we were getting off track a little bit, directions that we're really that happy with. It wasn't our passion, really, as far as where we are going. This new team, not only are they higher quality, better ideas of what we are all on about, but the main thing is they are with Ash Mufareh. They know exactly what he wants. They get when he talks what they have to develop, and this is going to be one of the big for that transition into the next phase, because they understand exactly where he is. I'm sure he's got a lot more to tell us. I'll hand it back over to you.
I'm sure you also know, everyone, that Red always pays attention. Thank you. Fantastic. So we did quantify first survey, second survey said qualify. Today we're going to verify, okay? And then we're going to keep on quantifying over and over and over. So because we don't want to mix the two, and ONPASSIVE has those little negative symptoms, let's be honest, okay? How do we part way and leave that, release the old and go to a new with the proper mindset, with more realistic expectation? A lot of exaggeration was going on ONPASSIVE. Exaggeration is only a reflection of desperation. It doesn't mean it's reality or it's logical. So we're moving on with lots of, you know, I would say practicality. We're going to do it in a more tangible way. Today, I was hoping to share my screen with you, and show, but it's all good. Are you able to show screen if I send you a file or two? Anybody?
I'm getting close. Give me 5 minutes.
Take your time.
I'm figuring.
Okay. Okay. Take your time. I think you're going to have an extra vacation if you figure it out. Okay. Now, we are at a stage where we want to move on. That's it. We decided we're going to leave that, keep it where it is. Old chapter, okay, old vehicle. It's parked, it's not anywhere for now. Now, we decided to move on to the next one, but not from that, because my, I would say, speculation and skepticism that we're most likely we're going to inherit much of it. And we're going to have that mentality, oh, I had this. We're going to always reference it. How do we cut that rope between the two? We needed a bridge. I think we've mentioned that indirectly to you. We're going to build a bridge to the next one. That bridge contains one common thing between the two, which is Mufareh. That's myself, by the way. Okay. Yours truly. Ta-da. Okay. Now, we're going to move from the old to new, not taking anything. It's just, I'm the one between. Because you want to do business with me, you trust, most of you are very close to me. We've built that relationship, that connection, and you have that faith and that you're counting on me, okay? So I decided, you know what? I'm going to give you the best possible transition into that. So we looked at all the different scenarios. Okay, how do you do that? How do you cut? We decided to build a bridge. And that is Victory with Ash. It's a platform, it's a community that will give us the following. In October, next few days, we're launching a new platform called Victory with Ash. The name should be telling. It's obviously that's not the business. And it's a free platform, exclusive for now. It will only be available for our ONPASSIVE qualified people. From those who we quantified and qualified, now those we're going to verify that will go to this. Victory with Ash is the only exclusive gateway that will take us to the dream business, to the, big, bold, beautiful shared dream that we all cherish. So we're moving to the next business through this. Imagine a tunnel or a funnel. We have to go through it. But this tunnel is going to do much more than just click and move and reach. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to provide in Victory with Ash. It's a platform, it's a membership website, community, 100% free, hide your wallet, but there is more into it to qualify. We're not taking money. We're increasing the value that you've never seen before. We've given you value. How many of you said, my life changed with you already before we even reach our shared goal, right? So imagine what we already contained in this Victory with Ash platform. So I'm going to move quicker because next time, obviously, we'll not only share screen, we might just do login and give you a demo, all of that. I was hoping we do that today. The platform is nearly ready, okay? And that's necessary step to do it so that the proper communication, exclusive and secured communication, it will blow your mind, the features and the way we're doing it. Okay. In fact, the video library and player compared it to every imaginable and available on the academy or learning platform. By far the cleanest, simplest, and the most attractive one. Take my word on it. So that's one thing. So we're going to give you proper training and the right communication. Okay, talk about the next business. Where we talk about it? Victory with Ash. Not going to talk about in the ecosystem, right? OES. We're not going to talk about the new one. Not going to mention it. So we're going to think of it as the next stage, and it's the stage of connection. That's where we will paddle together and gather and connect. It is not the new business itself. Again, I want to be clear. How much does it cost to be in Victory with Ash?
Free. Zero.
for my ONPASSIVE qualified friends. It's going to be a commission hub. That's number one. And it's going to be a training center. But also, it will be the only place will share information and actionable steps about the new chapter, the next chapter. All right? It's a place.
Absolutely fantastic. Oh, sorry.
Just one statement I want to say is a place to prepare for the exciting future out old baggage. A package.
Okay, guys, I hope you are
something. Yeah.
pretty. Really is the news that we've been waiting for an awful long time. That transition, the moving to the next stage, and he said that today is all about verifying how we're going to do it. We are going to release the old. That doesn't mean to say that it's going away. It's still going to be there. We move forward into this next phase. We really need to sever ties with that old ideology, with that old mentality of the old business ONPASSIVE. Is it still there? Yes, it is. This is the new. So we now want to move forward, he said. We want to have that bridge of how we're going to get from the old to the new. Is it going to be the new business? No, it's not. But it's going to be a way for us to go from there to it. Think of it of walking over a river or somewhere that you need to get to. It is the only way that we can go there. So what is this new bridge going to be that is going to take us to the new business? And really, what's it going to be called? There was many options that he could have taken, but he was advised this is the only way. Two options that we were going to have. So we came up with this bridge into the next phase to be called Victory with Ash. Got a ringer to it, hasn't it? Doesn't it mean victory for all of us, not for the business, not just for the company, but all as well. This is going to be launched in October, the early time of October. It's nearly there. They've been testing it. It's really nearly ready to go. There is a but to it, and that is it is going to be exclusively for all of us who are now have to be qualified in certain way to use this bridge. It's not going to be open to absolutely. We will have to be verified to make sure that we are, as he said, no old baggage. We are the right people forward with the alignment of our CEO. It is the gateway to business. This is the only way that we can go to it. So we need to start thinking, sever the old mentality of ONPASSIVE, move it forward through the gateway of Victory with Ash to the next phase. It is important to understand that Vic not the name of the next company. It is just the transition we are all going to have. It is a membership as well. Yeah. It is a gateway. It is a membership. It's going to have so much value internally, and it's going to cost zero for all, but it is going to give us the right information. It's going to have all sorts of things. It's going to be able to communicate with us for the next phase. We are going to have training centers within it. We're going to can reveal all sorts of different things, including video libraries and much more. But that is not the business. This is just the holding tank for us to move into the next phase. As you can see, this guy is excited, and he rightly so. A lot of hard work, effort,
I'll tell you why. I tell you
Go
why.
for it, Ash.
I think so because I have so much. I want to make sure we get through it without holding you up, and I have another private meeting with my friends. You can talk about that later. But forgive me, Red. Not just the training aspect of all that is really equipping you and improving and empowering all of you, those who qualify to be in it, to be or to maximize your success with the new business. The new business is not a right, is not something to be taken for granted or any entitlement to that. It's a privilege, just like Victor with Ash. It's a privilege. It's not right. So does everybody in ONPASSIVE move automatically to Victor with Ash? Nope, absolutely not. We needed to do some pruning. Matter of fact, all of you, anybody can relate to that? We have people in our family that we don't want. But we say, God, I have a list we should consider. All right? I don't know how big is your list. I got a few on my list, okay? But God has not taken them because he doesn't want them either. So we don't want them in our business. So if God doesn't want them back, anyway, so we are not taking everybody. That's why this brilliant process, quantify, qualify, now we're gonna verify and also improve the quality over and over, multiply and quantify. We're going there when we go to the new business, right after this process or this transition, okay, we're going to shatter all internet records. Watch what I'm saying. Watch. We're going to shake up the internet and reshape the planet. No doubt about this. Why? Because we have the talent, we have the desire, we have the will, we have the network, we have the expertise, we have the funds, we have whatever it takes to be successful. We have all the ingredients that that are required for success. Now we're talking about victory. The name says it all. That means perseverance. We're not going anywhere. Not going to quit. Only victory. Going to win as we've been winning. So with that, there will be training and growth. So not just training, not just information. Again, not traditional formal education. We're going to talk about realistic, practical training and equipping, not just to training, but help you grow even before we get to the next chapter. You get there, you're going to be a super version of you. Okay? We're going to, this is something that you can expect, some ideas. You're going to have building productive habits and goal settings. Going to be more clear on what you want in life. What you want is not necessarily what we want. Yeah, we do have a common dream, but shared dream. But everybody has their own thing, right? Everybody has their own list. Building, enhancing interpersonal and communication skills. We're going to also teach you modern marketing know-how and personal branding. Oh boy. Who do we have, or the experts with me? So I have been mentored, okay? I have been coached several sessions a week. So you think I know it all? I'm still growing, okay? Not aging, growing. And if I see the impact of this type of learning and coaching, I thought, wait a minute, wouldn't this be more fun and more fulfilling if I invite you to this along with me and ride along at my cost, at my expense. It's not cheap for me, okay? It's not free for me, but I'm going to also share this value with you and bring those coaches and mentors and to do that all of us collectively. But instead of Ash, being selfish, that with you at my cost. We're going to talk about mindset, lifelong learning, and adaptability. We're going to talk about and teach you how to be more equipped to acquire network or business goals that you have. We're going to emphasize that this about equipping. It's not about members, obviously. It's not about guaranteeing income or, we're going to basically teach you how to fish, all right? Basically, we're going to make you, again, the hunted, not the hunter. That's really valuable, and that's what everybody's looking for. So we're going to talk about now releasing the old mindset. It's important. We're going to let it go, all right? We're going to let that go. I'm sorry to sound a little bit, don't take it very negative, okay? I'm just gently reminding you, there were some, as many pros we've had some cons in ONPASSIVE, okay? The attitude needed some, that's okay. We all can learn and improve, right? So I'm sure you've witnessed many people were thinking that they can get something for nothing. And they felt entitled. That's really not right, okay? We have people who thought pay fee and start, the money starts flowing, right? And just, it's not realistic. Passive income without effort, that's not what it is. So we have to kind of like replace the culture and the mindset with a culture of personal responsibility. A few years ago, I was talking to Susie McRae, okay? And we were talking about some travel plans and all of that. And the thing was profound. She said, self-efficient. Care of myself. Remember that, Susie? You said that, and that like stuck in my mind. I wish everybody can have the same mentality. Doesn't mean that you and I don't have it, but I wish everybody would think in that way independently. Like really to earn things, not to be handed for free as a free lunch there. So we all use a bit of Susie, right? One of the upcoming projects in America is going to be a tour nationwide called Sushi with Susie. I'm not entirely kidding. Yeah.
How kind.
I pay attention.
Yeah, you do. You sure do.
Our old vehicle to take us to where we're going to go. That's right. We needed to have a place to prepare for the good new vehicle. It's differently. It's a different level. It's a luxury vehicle, a place to prepare how to operate. Victory with Ash. With Ash, I'm not. I like to stay low key and all of that. Okay, now, but why for the first time I mentioned my name? Because it's more personal to me, and I'm the only link in between old vehicle and new vehicle. So that's where we're going to bridge the two, old and new. The good news: keep your wallet away. not going to break your bank. That's why we created Victory with Ash. And you will see it in the coming days. But until we do that, I'm going to talk about three things you're going to find in Victory with Ash platform. Okay, we've highlighted three crucial elements, okay, foundations, pillars to our Victory with Ash. Number one is rise. Rise. That we call them the 3R reality or the 3R rally cry. All right. So number one, rise. Lift your expectations and believe in what, okay, can be built together collectively. Reset. Got to reboot. Got to refresh. Okay. Let go of the limiting beliefs and old habits that no longer serve that vision. Let it go. Cut it off. All right. Let go. Are we going to talk about refocus? Channel your energy toward growth, learning, and shared success. Rise, reset, refocus. Okay. So now we're going to talk about functionality of the communication in Victory with Ash. We're going to give you constant updates, periodic live training with, and I'll be the big mouth here. Okay, I got people who are more qualified and more experienced on the top to come on board. We're going to really make a difference for those who use that value, okay, and engage. So now we're going to talk about we go from ONPASSIVE to Victory with Ash. That's the only gateway will take us to the next business, right? You follow me so far? I know I'm going too fast, but from now on, as early as next week, okay, or this week technically, within the next few days, all right, during the week, after Sunday, after the weekend, time zone conflict, we expect to start this transition from old, go through this Victory. So when are you going to have access to it? Immediately after we do this new priority placement. So align this. We're going to do priority positioning into Victory with Ash. Those are going to lead the world, okay? Because Victory, after we take, the priority is obviously on passive members. You got this already, right? I know you're sharp and I'm paying attention, okay? Now, after we give you that privilege, not right, we chose to, not in an inheritance, inheritance action. We're going to really do those who are fitted to be the top, positions, and we allow them not only to share and invite and expand their circle within Victory with Ash, but also they can get outsiders. Remember we said now you can invite anybody? After today, those who were saying for the last, I don't know, many months, who were saying, what to do? What can I do? Gina Leva always asks me, that question. What do you expect from us, Ash? Okay, what should we? Now you can get busy. It's all in your hands. If I have time, I'll tell you the story about all in your hands. Okay, so we are going to execute an application. We did survey 1, survey 2. Now we're going to execute an application. That application is going to go to everybody. It will be posted in the ecosystem. You fill up the application. It's either going to be 10 or 11. As of now, we have 10. We're thinking of another topic. It could be 11. 11 questions. Okay? Very sophisticated, but not complicated. Anyone can do it. It will minutes if you want to transition into something will reward you lifelong for many years. So we're going to give you enough time to fill up the application. We built a mechanism to sort out in a technological way, but also in a human way, to see who those we consider to give the link to Victory with Ash, so they can be. And after that, if anybody goes to join free Victory with Ash, will not be able to do that. It will simply say, sorry, gotta find out. An inviter is by invitation only. What's going to happen to thousands of people that we
Hello, do you need money urgently? Come, let me tell you about Lend Plus app to 40,000 shillings. What you need to do, go to Google Play, download Lend Plus app and get money instantly.
What's going to happen to the thousands of people that we know there will be chasing this? They're going to look. You're going to be the hunted thing for you, those who get privilege. They're going to be looking. Do you have a link that I can join? They're not going to have a link on the website. They're not going to have it anywhere. Only with those top positions in Victory with Ash. And then the whole world is going to follow you. Mind-boggling. Do you see why I'm excited? Anybody realize that? Okay, so, and the acceptance is going to be based on your input. It's not a test. It's telling us a little bit more information, verifiable information, and privately operate. Once you're invited, then you can begin to invite others. Are we going to give to do that? Sharing? Media? Absolutely. Like drinking water. So simple. Seamless. You could do that if you want. Circle. What does that mean? Quantify again. KYC step. Is the KYC is gonna like check your bank and your credit? No. Just gonna make sure those people take us to the next chapter are real people, because we're a real company with real products, real value. Those who we allow, they've got to do that 1 minute step. KYC. Is it verified from the old ONPASSIVE? Is it like something that we built? We can do, but nope, it's not that. We're using a third party global company that is known in this field that will do the verification. So we don't touch anything from ONPASSIVE, do any shortcut or copy or trick or cheat or none of that. All right. So we're not using any of that. It's a different one. You would recognize it. You're going to have to do that. If anybody doesn't do the KYC, the verification process, you're going to be verified. Okay. If they don't have access to the information, nope, nada, zilch. Okay. No. And the information shared there, it was exclusive. Collins Manor. All right. Previously, anybody clown could go and start streaming from our media, all of that, right? They could do that. Here we have a genius mechanism to trace and visit everybody, and they will try, and I want them to try. So we want to make sure that everything with the disclaimer, and we're going to have a good code of conduct. Obviously, it's not an NDA, it's not agreement. That is different in the the ultimate dream and ultimate business. But in Victory with Ash, there's a code of conduct because it's a gift to you. Okay, so that obviously, because of the legal backup we have, we will go after those who will violate. It's that simple, and they will try, and I'm okay with it, okay, because we will see, you're going to see there's a token will be floating on anything, so we will dictate and determine what can be shared and copied outside the platform. Obviously, if you want to invite somebody, right, expand your circle, quantify, or something that will be restricted. That's not cheap. That is value. We're going to give that exclusive to you. We're going to give it not to anybody. If they want that value, sure, it's free, but they have to hunt. So looking ahead, okay, I just want you to know, if you could tell from my excitement tone, forgive me, okay, excuse my over excitement maybe. What's coming next is not what you expect, and that's a good thing. Just like probably not many of Victor with Ash platform, we're thinking, okay, we're next, and how do we transition? Nope. Many of you thought we're going to migrate from ONPASSIVE to the next chapter. Nope. I hope you see how brilliant this step was to go. I have used the analogy. Nobody was bothered. So I thought if I say it, it could intimidate somebody or offend. If you do, I apologize. I don't mean to offend you. But just for the analogy, have fun with it, open-minded. Think of it, I don't know, like, the car wash tube that we have to go through. We're going to all have a good shower. Let go of the past. Get fresh and pretty, so we go to the beautiful dream. Does that make sense? When you have something important, don't you shower and get ready and all that? So it's no offense to anyone, right? I just cannot emphasize enough to share with you the level of accuracy and advancement, okay, in our development. You're going to start to, are we going to have this, that, cut. Nothing from the past. A whole new, brand new vehicle, not what you think. Do you follow me so far? All you have to do, right along, is either you play or pass. You don't have to come with us. We're not going to push it. This is what we're doing. If you see this could be a value for you, not going to disappoint you. So instructions, expect to.
I was diagnosed with kidney failure in August of 2024 after biopsy, and it concluded that it was as a result of poorly managed blood sugar, which was as a result of poorly managed diet. I was adhering to my medications very well, but honestly speaking, I think I was not really adhering to the right diets. That really sort of spiked my blood sugar levels. In August of 2024, I was having a lot of difficulties in breathing and I was really coughing a lot. So there was this time that I was chairing a meeting in the office and I couldn't even finish a sentence because I was really having difficulties in breathing. And I said, you know what, guys, I need to go and get checked. By the time I go to the hospital, they checked me, they realized my oxygen level was at 85. And that is the time they told me, actually, we need to admit you at HDU. They admitted me at HDU and a lot of vigorous tests. And that is the time they realized I had
Expect to see the link in a few days in the back office. We're going to now allow you a couple of days to sink in and digest this information. I know it's packed. Okay, that's okay. You're going to get it, so everybody is on the same page. The link for the application will be in the ecosystem, and that's the last link between the two. And after that, we close. We go through Victor Dash, exclusive to you or those top positions, the qualifiers. Okay, the qualified people, and then you can the world hold it in your palm. The value is, let me put it this way, okay? You're going to think, Ash, this alone, I could pay for it. This is already a business that I'm giving it to you as a gift, okay? Well, it's telling. If this gift was so much value, and you're going to see the change, the evolution, the transitioning, and the transformation, not only in our mindset, but also the skill level, the ability to be more effective and productive, okay? When you see that, you can only imagine what will be the dream business. That it will be a paid vehicle. All right. Code of conduct is monitored by legal. It's not nice, silly, cute, naive Ash, okay? They have a salary that we have to justify. I hope you understand that this momentum that we're having is merely because of our gratitude to you, because of our faith in our unity. That's the only way to a brighter future. Forget everything we disagree on. We don't have to agree on everything, but let's be united for a better and brighter future, to uplift humanity together. We can make a difference. Why? Because we're not just accepting the status quo, okay? We're not just saying, oh, okay, well, this is the frame, we're gonna follow the rules and all of that. I don't care about that. I'm not breaking the law, but I'm not necessarily accepting an outdated, ridiculous restriction or frame to my capacity, to my ability, just because somebody put it out there, all right? I will not hurt anybody, not on my dead body, okay? It's not gonna happen that way. But if something doesn't make sense, I don't have to inherit it. We can be self-sufficient and efficient like Susie. Independently, in unity, we can make a difference. Where do we go? Hashtag victory with Ash. All right. And now you can all change your tube channel. Now we were in the vague area, right? In that weak core or belly, right? That we have, jiggly, all that. Now we're going to have a six-pack because that connection is a solid core. We can say where we're going. Victory with Ash. That's where we meet. Hashtag Victory with Ash. Come there and follow me there. You're going to have a link as an affiliate link, if you wish. You can invite people through your link. And you have the tools. And you have knowledge and education and every resource you need to be super prepared for the ultimate business. My goodness, does this get any better? Okay. So now, oh boy, anybody can smell it?
I'm smelling it.
I can feel it. Yeah.
The smell of success.
You don't know how proud I am. You could feel, okay, how determined I am to finish what we've started. This is where it begins. Victory with Ash. This is where we're going to finish the job. We're not quitting, not going anywhere. Now we begin to achieve our big, bold, beautiful shared dream. Are you with me? Who's ready?
I'm ready.
To make a difference. Okay, who's ready? Now, I'm going to give you an example just for fun because I have a couple of minutes, and then I think some of you maybe read Susie have an announcement about a private meeting. Right after this, we'll take a break and go. Okay, but I want to share a couple of things with you. Okay, if you allow me. As of yesterday, we've completed a new marketing system. Remember, we're not using old, outdated. It's a new era. We're using some intelligent, innovative, and creative tools and methods that we believe and we tried that they make a difference. Okay. Anybody believe that the 5.5 billion people online, they watch videos like YouTube videos? Yeah, everybody. Okay. So this will rock your world if you get it. Collins, again, I'm going to call you. Okay. Not the security. Now we're going to talk about the mechanics of doing it with the price right. Everything is monopoly, everything overpriced, everything is complicated. Okay, though there are some things are technically not possible or not at a realistic cost, so they will not be given a reasonable, practical ROI, return on the investment, if you pay for them. All right? So if you're selling something for $10, could you put an ad, for example, like $500,000? Like, I don't know, I made a ridiculous example. Okay, if your return at most would be $10 or I don't know, $1,000, you're not going to pay hundreds of thousands. Okay, but if you pay a little, tiny, okay, and you get multiple times, 10x of your investment. You know, it gets better. What if Ash is willing to invest on your behalf? Let me give you an example. All right. Just for fun, I'm willing to allow you to, whether you have 50 people or 50,000 or 100,000 or 105,000, like Gurusminder, Dylan. or even if you have 13, like Chris Johnson. You put in your channel, we go, not using Zoom, I'm talking about later, okay? We have the ability to live stream on unlimited amount of channels. Now watch this, okay? I'm not talking about 1,000. I'm not talking about 3,000. If we decide we're gonna lead the world with 10,000 of you, those who qualify first, top placement and in Victory with Ash. 10,000 lives, YouTube channel. At the same time, one work 10,000 times. From 50 followers, subscribers, and up. We do the work. We'll share with you material that you can post or on your community to acknowledge or announce upcoming live event. I'm not going to be the only one. We're going to get the experts, the talented people to do the work, and we do a presentation and we sell whatever product, okay? Say the next business. You would have your link in the description, and we say, hey, my description is in the link below. We're talking on your behalf. You could be on a big, fat RV cruising around the country, and somebody's doing that work on your behalf, and people will be clicking. All of your followers, whether thousands or hundreds or tens of thousands or more, will be invited to click and buy your stuff. Oh, did I say YouTube? Oh, that's another revenue channel. We'll be making you money in YouTube. This is not a promise. Disclaimer. Hello. Hello. Pay attention. Slow. I'm just inviting you to imagine the possibilities based on the reality and the actual facts that we've achieved as of now. We have the ability to live stream. It will cost us peanuts. I'm going to break the bank. I'll take it. I'll take it. So collectively, one live, 10,000 channels. They're following hundreds of thousands. Work, maximizing your monetization and revenue on YouTube or whatever, medium we're using, bad. And selling your stuff on your behalf. Holy. Cheese and ravioli, if you like it. So everybody's going to move along to Victory, not from ONPASSIVE. Nope, it's a privilege. By invitation only. Your image in the application will determine if you be from the first positions, top positions, true with Ash. Nothing complicated. To make things up and all that, those things. You could qualify if the data says that. But we're going to start with somebody. So let me be very clear. Okay, if somebody gets that position, code of conduct is going to be like this. And, oh, I've had 75 IDs. Okay, something I get it from some of my people in Delhi or Bangalore, or anyway, they tell me this about. They tell me at 80 IDs. I have this ID. No, they mean accounts, not closing that. We're starting. We said we're going to research. If you communicate with them, you will have the ability to move them over. So you're going to complain, that's a violation for the code. Pass. Adios. That's it. I have to say. Now, we are on time. Give that link. We're going to give you a few days. Very clear. When that form is done, we quickly will process the results. In return, give you the link to join Victor with Ash. You go to the back office, which is, we could open it as of tomorrow, but is being perfected. And then immediately schedule what to do, all of that. You go to work, you do that. Okay, so it's all in your hands, okay? Play or pass. All right, my good young brother, he's handsome, like Johnson, taught me the story of it's all in your hands. Have you heard that story before? There was a wise man, okay, going to share his wisdom and spread his ideology across many villages. He could gather with the villagers, preach, and share his wisdom with them. He's them, he's uplifting them. It became popular. One day, he's one of these. In that village, there's a guy that is a little arrogant. He was simply jealous of the wise man. He thinks to somehow push back at wise man. So how can we stop him coming back? That's a bad guy. That's the arrogant guy. Okay. So he thought, okay, one day he thought of a plot to get a bird and ask the wise man, is the bird in my hand, is it dead or alive? In his sick mind, he thinks it's alive. Okay. He's going to squeeze it and choke it and say, if he says it's dead, it's held in his hand and he's going to let it go free. So either way, anyway, he's going to prove him wrong. That's his plan. But he's a wise man. So the day comes, he goes to that village. That guy had his bird in his hand and ready to do his crime. Mind. He goes, wise man, is it dead or alive? He knew. He said, it's all in. So there are people, no matter what it's bad, it doesn't work, it's dead. You say, it's a lot, no, it's dead. It's good, no, it's bad. It's no matter what you do, it's in their hands. So it's in your hands. Are you going to play it in a pass? Are you ready to break the records? Are you ready to have fun?
Let's go.
Are you ready to shape the internet? Reshape it.
Woohoo! We are
Redefine
ready.
the digital world.
Yes.
It's back to you. I am done. I have to find something that will contain me. But the days ahead, nothing short of and learning and fun and okay. So
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
It's and
Mind-boggling.
I'm ready.
It was wonderful, Ash.
Mind-boggling.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Red, did you want to talk about the private meeting a little bit, and then we'll end the session?
Yeah, just to let you know that for some of us, there is going to be a private meeting shortly after this. We are going to be talking about how we're going to scale this out into the next phase through, Ash. It's got a good ring to it, hasn't it? I like it a lot. And we'll be talking about that shortly. For the remainder of the people who are on here today, I'm going to hand it back over to Susie. She's going to close us out, and then we will bring over to that private meeting very shortly. Back to you, Susie.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Ash. That was wonderful. And what it reminded me of is I know you and I, and there's a lot of people out there that follow John Maxwell. And I podcast the other day, and it reminded me of one of his most famous and impactful quotes about success and significance. And he truly believes success is when you add value to yourself, and value is personal development. And with victory with ass up to go into that tunnel, as we say, and add value to ourselves. But what you've done, Ash, is you life of significance, and that should be our goal. And what significance is when you add value back to others, because John Maxwell always says true fulfillment, a life of significance, by being successful, adding that value back to others. So you are doing this for us. You've always added value
by
to
design.
us.
You cannot just wish for it. It's not going to happen automatically. You have to have a plan and put the effort and work on it and invent ourselves. I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not the same guy or 5 years ago. Though some people say, Ash, you've changed. Yes, of course. I'm not a rock.
Yeah.
Okay. I did change. I'm not a stone. Okay. So, I'm talking about family people, all that. They're not comfortable when you leave comfort zone, the average circle. They panic, they're intimidated, and they're insecure. That's frightening to them. Listen, in this business, very simple. You either make results with the effort and work, or excuses. You cannot do both. You cannot do both. And if you want to put the work and all that, it has to be intentional. Not going to happen automatic. Not going to say that I am a leader. I can change. Nope. You need an army.
Yeah, and you put a structure together.
It takes a village to raise one child, right? Okay. We know the saying, but she just reminded us that what to raise or improve the entire community or the whole world, but the believers that too want that change. It takes a lot of effort. It's not automatic. You have to put the effort, the work, and it begins with yourself. You got to work on yourself. You have to be attractive. You have to be likable. Begin with whom? Who's the first person that has to be likable, attractive? Yourself. If you're not likable and not following yourself, not doing the right things, why would anyone else follow you? So you have to be coachable. Begin with yourself. Be open to changes. If you want different results, if you're happy where you are, pass. Chillax. Put the effort and the intention and plan. Or if you're like our people, okay, talking to the public now, lock arm with us will make it much easier for you, because there's hard work, and we do most of the hard work and smart or intelligently. Just make the right, wise, smart decision to be with us. And together we go places.
Ending, Ash. Perfect ending. And thank you for putting like we say to you, no structure, no fulfillment. Put the structure together, and we just got to get in there and do it. So thank you everyone for attending today.
No. I just want to apologize about, okay, that it didn't go as planned, but still good. Who cares?
Yeah.
Okay. Instead of 1
Yeah.
o'clock, 2 o'clock. And it's all my mother-in-law's fault, just to be clear. Okay.
That's
We have people who they just pay fee and start. Pay fee and start, the money starts flowing, right? And just, it's not realistic. Passive income without effort, that's not what it is. We have to kind of like replace the culture and the mindset with a culture of personal responsibility. A few years ago, I was talking to Susie McRae, okay? And we were talking about some travel plans and all of that. And one thing was profound. She said, I'm efficient, self-efficient. I can take care of myself. Remember that, Susie? So you said that, and that like stuck in my mind. I wish everybody can have the same mentality. It doesn't mean that you and I don't have it, but I wish everybody would think in that way independently. Like really to earn things, not to be handed for free as a free lunch there. So we can all use it of Susie, right? One of the upcoming projects in America, it'll be a tour nationwide called Sushi with Susie. I'm not entirely kidding. Yeah.
how could you to remember that conversation?
I pay attention.
Yeah, you do. You sure do.
Our old vehicle was not going to take us to where we're going to go. That's clear, right? We needed to have a place to prepare for the good new vehicle. It operates differently. It's a different level. It's a luxury. We need to go through a place to prepare to how to operate the next vehicle. Does that make sense? Victory with Ash. Why is it with Ash? I think you know me. I like to stay low key and all of that. Okay, now with all seriousness, but why for the first time I mentioned my name? Because it's more personal to me, and I'm the only link in between old vehicle and new vehicle. So that's where we're going to bridge the two, old and new. The good news: keep your wallet away. Not going to break your bank. That's why we created Victory with Ash. And you'll see it in the coming days. But until we do that, I'm going to talk about three things in Victory with Ash platform. Okay. We've highlighted three crucial elements, okay, foundations, pillars to our Victory with Ash. Number one is rise. Rise. We call them the 3R or the 3R rally cry, all right? So number one, rise. Lift your expectations and believe in what, okay, can be built together collectively. Reset. Got to reboot. Got to refresh, okay? let go of the limiting beliefs and habits that no longer serve that vision. Let it go. Cut it up, all right? Let go. Are we going to focus? Channel your toward growth, learning, and shared success. Rise, reset, refocus. Okay. So now we're going to talk about the functionality of the communication in Victory with Ash. We're going to give you constant updates, periodic live training with experts. I'm not going to be the big mouth here. Okay, I got people who are more experienced on the fix who come on board. We're going to really a difference for those who use that value, okay, and engage. So now, so how do we go from passive to Victory with Ash? That's the only gateway will take us to the next night. You follow me so far? I know I'm going too fast, but from now on, as early as next week, okay, or this week technically, within the next few days, all right, during the week, after Sunday, after the weekend, time zone conflict, we expect to start working on this transition from old, go through this Victory. So when are you going to have access to it? Immediately after we do this new priority placement. So underline this, we're going to do priority positioning into Victory with Ash. Those are going to lead the world, okay? Because Victory with Ash, after we take, the priority is obviously on passive members. You got this already, right? I know you're sharp and I'm paying attention, okay? Now, after we give you that privilege, not right, we chose to, not in an inheritance, inheritance fashion. We're going to really do the right thing. Those who are fitting to be the top, positions, and then we allow them not only to share and invite and expand their circle within Victory with Ash, but also they can get outsiders. Remember we said now you can invite anybody? Those who were saying for the last, I don't know, many months or so, what to do? What can I do? Gina Leva always asks me, that question. What do you expect from us, Ash? Okay, what should we? Now you can get busy. It's all in your hands. If I have time, I'll tell you the story about all in your hands. Okay, so we are going to execute an application. We did survey one, execute an application. That application is going to go to everybody. It will be posted in the ecosystem. You fill up the application. It's 10 or 11. Now we have 10. Thinking of another topic, it could be 11. 11 questions. Okay? Very sophisticated application, but not complicated. And it will take you a couple of minutes if you want to transition into something will reward you lifelong for many years. So we're going to give you enough time to fill up. We built the mechanism to sort out in a technological, also in a human way, to see who those we consider to give the link to Victory with Ash so they can be registered. And after that, if anybody goes to join free Victory with Ash, will not be able to do that. It will simply say, gotta find out, and inviter is by invitation only. What's gonna happen to the thousands of people we know there will be chasing this? Hundreds of thousands? Who knows? going to look for you. You're going to get that privilege. They're going to be looking. Do you have them? They're not going to have a link on the website. They're not going to have it anywhere. Only with those top positions in Victory with Ash. And then the whole world is going to follow you. Do you see why I'm excited? Anybody is going to be, it's not a test, it's telling us a little bit more information, verifiable information, and privately operated. Once you're invited, then you can give you the tools to do that. Emails, templates, you know, media, all of absolutely, like, so simple, seamless. You could do that if you want to expand your. What does that mean? Quantify it. There's going to be a KYC step. Is the KYC is going to like check your bank and your credit? No. Those people that will take us to the next chapter are real people. Because we're a real company, real value. Those who we allow, they've got to do that 1 minute step. KYC. Is it all verified from the old ONPASSIVE? Is it like something else? We can do that. But nope, it's not that. We're using a third party, like a global company that is known, that will do the verification. So we don't touch anything from ONPASSIVE. We're not going to do any shortcut or copy or trick or cheat. None of it. All right? So we're not using any of that. Different one, you will recognize it. You are going to have to do that. If anybody doesn't do the KYC, the verification process, you're going to be verified. Okay. If they don't do it, would they have access to the information? Nope. Nada. Zilch. Okay. No. And the information shared there, it will be exclusive. Collins Manning, pay attention. All right. Previously, any clown could go and start streaming from our media, all of that, right? They could do that. Here, we have a genius mechanism to trace invisibly, to trace everybody, and they will try, and I want them to try. So we want to make sure that everything with the disclaimer, and we're going to have a good code of conduct. Obviously, it's not an NDA, it's not agreement. That is different in the, you know, the ultimate dream and ultimate business. But in Victory with Ash, there's a code of conduct because it's a gift to you. Okay, so that obviously of the legal backup we have, we will go after those who will violate. It's simple, and they will try, and I'm okay with it, okay, because we will see, you're going to see will be floating on anything, so we will and determine what can be shared and copied outside the platform. Obviously, if you want to, right, expand your circle, quantify, or something that will be restricted. That's not cheap. That is value. We're going to give that exclusive to you. We're going to give it to, not to anybody. If they want that value, sure, it's free, but they have to join you. Hunt for you. So looking ahead, okay, I just want you to know, if you could tell from my excitement and tone, forgive me, okay, excuse my over excitement maybe. Coming next is not what you expect, and that's a good thing. Like, probably not many of you expected Victory with Ash platform. We're thinking, okay, we're going to reveal it next, and how do we transition? Nope. Many of you thought we're going to migrate from unpassive to the next chapter. Nope. I hope you see how brilliant this step was to go. I have used the analogy. Nobody was bothered. So I thought if I say it, it could intimidate somebody or offend. If you do, I apologize. I don't mean to offend you. But just for the analogy, have fun with it. Okay, let's be open-minded. Think of it as a tunnel, like, the car wash tube that we have to go through. We're going to all have a good shower. Let go of the past. Get fresh and pretty, so we go to the beautiful dream. Does that make sense? When you have something, get ready and all that. So it's no offense to anyone, right? I just cannot emphasize enough to share with you the level of accuracy and advancement. Okay. Development. You're going to start to, are we going to have this, that, cut. Nothing from the past. New, brand new vehicle, not what you think. Do you follow me so far? All you have to do is ride along. It's either you play or pass. You don't have to compass. We're not going to really push it. This is what we're doing. If you see this could be a value for you, not going to disappoint you. So instructions, expect to see the link in a few days in the back office. We're going to now allow you a couple of days to suggest this information. I know it's packed. Okay, that's okay. You're going to get it, so everybody's on the same page. The link for the application will be in the ecosystem, and the link between the two. Then after that, we close it. We go through Victory with Ash, exclusive to you or those top positions, the qualifiers, okay, the qualified people, and then you can own the world, hold it in your palm. The value is, let me put it this way, okay? You're going to think, Ash, this alone, I could pay for it. This is already a business that I'm giving it to you as a gift, okay? Well, it's telling. If this gift was so much value, and you're going to see the change, the evolution, the transitioning, and the transformation, not only in our mindset, but also the skill level, the ability to be more effective and productive, okay? When you see that, you can only imagine what will be the dream business. That it will be a paid vehicle. All right. Code of conduct is monitored by legal team. It's not nice, silly, cute, naive Ash, okay? People who get paid, they have a salary that we have to justify. I hope you understand that this momentum that we're having is merely because of our gratitude to you, because of our faith in our unity. That's the only way to a brighter future. We don't have to agree on everything, but let's be united for a better and brighter future to uplift humanity together. We can make a difference. Why? Because we're not just accepting the status quo. Okay, we're not just saying, "Oh, okay, well, this is the frame. We're going to follow the rules and all of that." I don't care about that. I'm not breaking the law, but I'm not necessarily accepting an outdated, ridiculous restriction or frame to my capacity, to my ability, just because somebody put out there. All right, I will not hurt anybody, not on my dead body. Okay, it's not going to happen that way. But if something doesn't make sense, I don't have to inherit it. We can be self-sufficient and efficient like Susie. Independently, in unity, we can make a difference. Where do we go? Hashtag victory with Ash.